Hey guys, this is Trace. I'm just going to take another minute to make another vlog entry here. Um, I guess I'm going to talk about a couple things. Firstly is that, now that I rode Santa Fe, I stayed there for a couple days for the weekend. I left this morning at about 1 o'clock and I went to park where I usually go out and fight with foam weapons. And then just got up here to Clear Lake where my parents are at. But I kind of want to talk about park for a second actually. It's been something I've done for a long time. I've always liked, hand-to-hand combat and doing the foam weapons and everything. It's a lot of fun, and it's been one of those things. As I kind of think about balance, that is kind of key. I do spend an ample amount of time, or have spent an ample amount of time playing video games and lounging around and stuff. But then I always enjoy getting out there and doing stuff. So it's been a good counterbalance for me, as far as being able to do something physical and get out there and be in tune with my body. And so that's really been a big help in my life. And for those of you who don't have anything like that, I would definitely recommend looking into some type of physical activity. It's very good for you. um, but then beyond all that, now that I'm here, at my parents, from here I go to Houston and then to Austin. And so there's kind of like this bittersweet overtone that's been happening this last week and a half, where I'm seeing all of my friends for the last time. Um, but it's been a word that's been sticking out in my mind is the word unceremoniously. Um, in the sense that whenever I'm going to head out, it's just kind of like, all right, cool, I'll catch you later. And I think that's one of those things that it's just because it's people that I've known for a long time and I've been around, and I think that's going to kind of fade away a little bit. But that's really what it's going to be like when I'm out there. I feel like I'm going to meet somebody, be with them for a few days, and it's like, all right, well, I'll see you later. I'm off. But it does kind of bring a different tone to the time that you do have, where you're really trying to cherish and be in the moment. So I think it's good and beneficial that it's pushing me in that direction. Um, Another issue that is kind of shown up. I mean, everything's gone pretty smooth so far. Kind of how I expect. Just ride the bike from one place to the next, go hang out for a little while. Um, but now that I'm actually here in Clear Lake, I haven't really ironed out the details for where I'm going to stay in Houston. I think there was one person who had put a comment on one of my posts a while back that said, "Oh, I can host in Houston," but I can't remember who it was. Um, but it's been kind of interesting to see. I've had a little bit more difficult time finding a host in Houston. So, and that's one of those things where I kind of have to come to this decision point of, okay, do I just go and see what happens? Do I try to start using this couch surfing app that I'm, in on now? Do I do that, or just start, reaching out to individual people, or how do I actually go about that? And I think that's going to be a factor later on as well, where from Houston to Austin, it's going to probably take me 2 or 3 days just to get to LaGrange. But in that time period, how do I work out those details? Do I feel like I need to have it ironed out before I leave, or do I feel like I can just kind of go and everything will work out? And I think that's going to kind of be one of the lessons that I'll have to work through, is just that trusting that everything will work out how it's supposed to. But it ought to be really interesting. I'm a little bit worn out today. I rode like I think 10 miles to the park. I fought for a few hours, and then I had another 5 to ride after that, and those last 5 kind of got me being worn out. So that's another thing where I'm hoping that I can get in about 30 miles a day. So it's going to be interesting to see how that actually works out. I know my endurance will go up as I go along, but kind of just trying to stay mindful of just taking my time, take it easy as I go. I don't want to burn myself out, in 20 miles, which is definitely possible. So it's one of those things I kind of have to pay attention. I don't want to overdo it and then be exhausted and have to recover for a day or anything like that. So that's going to be, I think that'll be another thing I'll have to kind of focus on and look at. I do want to kind of take the last few minutes here and reach out to you guys. I've kind of been expecting a little bit more comments or questions or concerns. Now, granted, most of you who are watching this already know and are kind of already familiar with me and what's going on. So I feel like once I get going and people that I meet, find my page and I, show them the vlog and everything, that more questions will come up. But I do encourage you guys, if there's any questions that you have as far as what's going on here, or logistical stuff, my reasons for anything, or just really any questions or concerns you have, I mean, feel free to comment, either on YouTube or when I share it onto Facebook. Um, and just let me know what's on your minds. Give me some, give me some feedback. What is it that you want to hear about? What can I tell you about all of this that would intrigue you and keep you interested? But I will catch you guys later, and have a good one.